This is our van we are converting, and this is a mountain bike. And today we need to design and make a pull-out mountain bike tray that is as lightweight as possible, that fits in the back of the van underneath the bed. That 30 by 30 aluminium profile. Fixings. Job's a good one.
Goes all the way out.
I'm Matt, and this is Sky. Together with Ginny and Little Man, we are going to build the ultimate adventure van and travel the world. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe and join us on this epic new adventure? This is a book life.
So in today's video we are going to be making a mountain bike pull-out tray that can hold at least 2 full-size mountain bikes. I'm a pretty keen mountain biker, and Ginny also has a mountain bike. We've also got a little trailer for Little Man so we can pull him along. So we need decent storage in the van to hold at least 2 mountain bikes, and maybe even more, especially as Little Man gets a little bit older. I want a heavy duty pull-out mountain bike tray that is as lightweight as possible, because we are being weight weenies and trying to keep the weight down on this build. Let me show you in the van where the tray needs to go. Pretty obvious and standard place. Oh look, here's a Ginny.
Hello.
Double bed going across here, and in the garage here will be mountain bike tray. But the reason why we are doing the mountain bike tray now, before we can put the bed in, is because I need the tray in here so that I can work out the total height of the bikes before we can actually fit the bed platform. Does that make sense?
Oui, bien sûr.
You weren't listening, were you?
I never listen to anything you say.
Yeah. Thought as much. Let me take you to what I have mocked up so far just to work out dimensions for the mountain bike tray. Just on this sheet of old wood, I've marked out 800 millimeters wide by 1.4 deep to here. I've then positioned 2 of these fork mounts right in the center. One of the main problems is that the e-bike is so long. It's a 29er, so it's super long, and also we're limited by the length of the bed, so I've got to take both wheels off, which is slightly annoying. Small diagram. This is the design I'm going with, and what I want to use is that 30 by 30 aluminium profile, because I want it super lightweight. Now I'm probably going to put along the top a piece of aluminium sheet just so that it does make a tray. So I've sent this drawing off, not my best work, sent this drawing off to a couple of those aluminium profile companies. I've now found a company that have cut and spec'd all the components that I need from aluminium profile 30 by 30. So they had a super quick turnaround on that, literally 24 hours. They are now here. Let's take a look at those. We've also got hinges, heavy duty, 1.40 meters long. They go like that. These go between them. Then we've got some of those fixings, end caps, and a load of bolts. What we have got are a range of these, which are automatic fasteners. The idea is that they are self-tapping. These self-tapping threads go into the end of the profile, and then once they're in position, you have 2 T-slot receiver nuts, which look like that. And basically we're going to have one of those on each side of the profile to make a really strong joint. Oh, way more complex than I thought it was going to be, but I'm assured it's going to be super strong. Like that. Where are my Allen keys? I think it's best to start it off by hand. Drop of oil, anti-clockwise. Okay, that is all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the horizontal supports fastened, and also put into here any T-nuts that I need to use for the bike adapters. That's gonna go at this end, and those automatic fasteners just screw in. Frame is together, done. Next job is there's two jobs. One is fitting the heavy duty hinges, which are here. Two is fitting that, which is a sheet of aluminium that's going to sit on top. I'm using M6 T-nuts for the heavy duty runners so that it's a bit stronger, and a third at the other end. And then on top, some M5 T-nuts. In shape now, little end caps on. Next job, attaching the heavy duty hinges. Boom! Right, done. Both draw runners now on, 1, 2, nicely aligned, 3 bolts aside. Okay, if I'd have done the thing that all men shouldn't do, which is read the instructions first, I would have found out that I needed to install the outer rails first. Let's unwrap this aluminium sheet. This, with some cutting, is going to go on that, something like that. So I need to mark out and cut a profile around these so that these bike mounts have got room to move along here and here, but then we can still bolt the sheet down at each end. Holes drilled, now time for the jigsaw. Couple of drill holes, bolt this on. Job's a good one. Right, brackets are going, little tip, you need to mount these before you mount your runners to your tray. I've just worked that out the long way. 3 brackets going on here, here and here. I've done this side. As you can see, I simply added a little bit of Loctite to these because I do not want those to come undone. And then I've turned them in so that from the outside there won't be anything obstructing this, and then these bolts will be bolted in and hidden underneath so you won't see it, so it'll be looking all very smart. The last thing to stop this noise is I've got some double-sided foam tape that I'm going to put between the checker plate and the aluminium profile, and then it's all good to throw in the van. That now doesn't vibrate as much. That's pretty, compared to how it was before. Right, I need big guns here to get this in the van.
Yeah, okay, which...
This way. Don't slide it, because...
I don't know how you would slide it.
What's...
These?
Yeah.
You push them down.
I'll push them down. I think it goes further. No.
Goes all the way out. Whoa!
That's mega.
That's so cool.
Isn't that good?
Well done that you've done that. That's amazing. Shibbity shibbity shibs.
Yeah, I'm chuffed with that.
Nice. So now we can get our heights.
Yeah, now we can put a bike on it.
Yeah. Sweet, bro. What bike do you want to use?
Bike tray is now in. Did a little test run pulling it out. I'm not going to bolt it down to the floor yet because I don't know where the water tank is going to quite finish and the electrics are going to quite finish. And I do want it to be tight up to those. So for now, we're not going to bolt it, but we are going to put a bike on it so that once the bike's on, we'll know the height of our bed.
Oh, okay.
As
All right.
tight to that as possible.
Right, okay. Well, the bike sits at 89 high. Caught on camera. That's the evidence.
Okay, bike tray is in, bike is on. We now know the height, minimum height that the bed can be, marked in purple. We've tested the bike tray, pulled it out, make sure it's working. Seems to be taking the weight perfectly fine, zero movement in it or flex, which is really good. The only thing I need to do is just fab up something just to support the back to lift the rear mech off the ground. At the moment it's just these blocks of wood. But as I said, I'm not bolting it down just yet because I want my electrics and water tanks in first. Back to the door of pain. How much did the bike tray build cost? Well, a little more than I was hoping it to. I didn't quite think it would cost as much as it did, but everything adds up. I'll go through the breakdown. It costs £76 for the aluminium plate, 30 quid for the fork mounts, 290 quid for the aluminium profile and fasteners, and 50 quid for the draw runners. As I said, I thought it in my head before I went about it, I thought it was going to cost about £200 to £300 in total, but all of it just cost a lot more than I thought. The lightweight bike tray build cost a total of £446. Do I think that is good value for money? Well, when I was looking around for pre-made bike trays, they were £500, £600, £700, up to about £900, £1,000. They were also, a lot of them made out of buffalo board, which is quite heavy, and I wanted to try and make ours as light as possible. So all in all, I do feel, oh, and the other thing is that none of them were quite the right size. A lot of the pre-made ones were designed for your bike with the rear wheel on, and we want to squeeze ours under the bed, so I've had to take both wheels off. So really, all in all, I was hoping it would come in less than £300, but pleased with the end result. I would definitely build another one. I just wish it cost 50, 100 quid less, and it would have felt like a bit more value for money compared to using, say, wood, which would have cost, you know, a sheet of ply for 40, 50 quid, and the runners, you know, a third of the price. But that being said, the ply would probably be heavier, and the ply would also probably not wear as well. This will pretty much last a lifetime. Thank you for watching this video about our bike tray build. Let me know what you think of the bike tray, and if you want to watch more videos from our van build, click here. See you in the next one. Cheers.